Do I look smarter with glasses? Or do I still look like a jabroni? These are my far vision glasses. I don't need them for close, but I need some glasses for. It's like, oh, there's a sign. Yeah, I can kind of read it, but. So, anyways, there's a protest. I think it was in Oregon or Washington. I think it was in Oregon. One or the other, liberal states, of course. And they're protesting ICE in the middle of the streets. They're all laying down to block a highway. And I'm going, this probably has to be Oregon, because my gaydar is kind of going off. Is that? Oh. And the protest, a lot of people are naked as part of, to add a little more oomph to the protest. We're gonna get naked. Okay. Oh, he's gay. He's gay. He's gay. He's gay. He's gay. She's gay. She's lesbian. Oh, we're gonna go to a protest. They're always looking for an excuse to show themselves off in the worst kind of way. Let's get naked and do it. Oh, and I said, hold on a second. Wait a minute. They just go by on a bike without a seat on it? Jesus Christ. So, yeah, no. Anyways, is it a real protest, or are you just out there having a gay parade? Are you just having a gay parade? Looking for an excuse to get out and have a gay parade. And the gods apparently didn't like it too much, because they rained on their parade. Yes, their parade got rained on. And there were people out there naked with little garbage bag style, raincoat things, jackets. And I found some interesting things. A lot of the men, the gay men, nice and fit, I just tell you what I saw. A lot of the lesbian women, need to get a little bit into a health, a little more health food, exercise. Maybe they should start dance. Dance is great. Ask me how I know. So, see, now Tesla's getting over, turns its signal on by itself. Lady on her phone next to me, not paying attention, gets over, no signal. My car notices it, slows down my progress into the lane significantly, just for a couple seconds, until it realizes, I guess, everything's safe. And then just continues on as if nothing happened. It's all good. Got you covered, JStim4. Thanks, Tesla. So, anywho, is it a real parade? Or is it just time to do what they do with these other gay parades? Inappropriate behaviors, basically. Let's bring our kids to an LGBTQ XYZ plus thing. Okay. Well, that's a little inappropriate. That's also inappropriate. Matter of fact, most stuff happening here is inappropriate. I'll bring my 5-year-old. That sounds fun. Equity and inclusion. Well, I didn't really see any kids at this one for whatever reason. Mostly adults. Whatever. Then they all got up, okay, started clapping and yay, cheering. Congratulations. Congratulations, you had another gay parade calling it a protest. If that's what you want to do. On a side note, I think the year was around 2007 or so. 8, somewhere around there. My wife was having these symptoms of multiple sclerosis, MS, and doctor didn't really believe her. She got asked to get an MRI, gonna get brain scans. He's like, that's dumb, no. She's like, well, I'm paying out of pocket, just do it. Okay, fine. And so they did, and she had 2 lesions in her brain. One was larger than the other. At that point, the doctor was like, oh, damn, maybe you do. So she went to Mexico, got stem cell injections from her underneath her knee, that big bone, the top part of it, and they injected it in her spine. Within a few days, the symptoms she'd had seemed to subside and start feeling better, whatever. 6 months later, she got a brain scan, and one of the lesions went away, the other one shrunk. It's like, oh wow, this is great. So that was nearly 20 years ago. Again, I think it was 2007 or 8. So we're talking, what, 18 years ago? Roughly coming up on, 2026, whatever, 17, 18 years ago. So she had a brain scan recently, and, well, I don't know how recent, it was fairly recently. And they just noted multiple lesions without specifying how many and whatever size and all that. So she's like, damn, and she started dance because she thought, she always wondered about this issue, if it would ever come back, or her brain lesions, would they ever get worse? And, dancing and learning a new skill and all that stuff, it helps your brain. And, but she's like, I've been dancing for over a year, and obviously that didn't help. I'm like, well, I don't think dancing or doing something like that is going to make your lesions shrink. That takes, some kind of medical intervention or whatever. So, of course, I look, are there any peptides for this? That one I'm taking, one of them, BPC 157, may have some positive effects on the brain in that kind of sense. There was another one, I forget the name of it, like CQCA or CQKA, something like that, tetrapeptide. And it also, those two were mentioned for neurological things and brain stuff. So I was like, well, shoot, maybe we could just do that. You don't have to inject it in your brain. If you inject it anywhere in your body, it's going to go through your blood system. Ultimately, it's going to get to where it needs to get to. If you have a knee injury or a torn something, you typically want to inject that stuff near the injury if you can. However, you don't have to, because it will get into the bloodstream one way or the other. So I thought, well, maybe I'll check that out. Well, there's a place in Tampa that has a place also in Washington State that does stem cells, plus they have peptides. So they have a number you can actually send a text message to or call. And I thought, I'll text them this morning. So I'd send a text message, explain my wife's past, and she's a little concerned because she did have blood work recently that she just got the results last night. So now she's a little distraught. 2 markers they typically do to tell you if you have Alzheimer's disease or will get it, or in the process, early, catch it early. And one of them is, I forget the name of it, but it's like something 40/42. That one, she was great. It was fine. And the other one, which was Tau 217 or something, Tau 217, is a marker also for that. And it was supposed to be at 0.15. Hers was 3.0. So she's like, that one was way high. However, the other one should have been not high, actually low. If it was low, that would have been a sign, yeah, you probably have this, even if you don't know you have it yet, Alzheimer's, early stages or something. So, she's 46 years old. So anyways, one says she's fine. The other one says there's something going on. And it does say there could be some kind of neurological thing going on that could cause the one to be not good, but the other one good. And I thought, well, again, she had the symptoms of MS 18 years ago or so. Now she has a few lesions, whatever, etc. So I'm just thinking, again, with the breakthrough in medical technology these days, like the peptides in particular, but also stem cells, I'm like, why don't we I'll message them and see, can you guys offer the stem cell and the peptides, or one or the other? Maybe you've heard of this before. And I've read some of the reviews of people that have had, one guy had a major neurological issue, the lady had a stroke, it was a great recovery. One of them I think did peptides, one of them I think did stem cell, one of them didn't specify, whatever. But this place does do both. So if you say a little prayer, send a little healing energy to my wife, I'd appreciate it. And we're going to try and look into this. Like I said, I've already sent him a text message to see what's going on. So anyways, a little update today. Saw that protest was nonsense, of course. But that's it. Oh, and I plan on doing more lives with Woo Woo Dude, probably on Sundays. They may not be an hour, they might be a half hour. we're thinking maybe we'll do one every Sunday. Just do it a weekly thing. I didn't have time yesterday, so I was like, well, that would have been the first one. I couldn't do it. We had a real busy day yesterday, so I'd like to get into the habit of every Sunday, me and Woo would do again, even if it's a half hour, we don't have too much to talk about, fine, and try to get that going. So anyways, take it easy.